Hi, I'm Harry Sumner, a Senate page from Seattle. Washington has long struggled to provide ubiquitous, affordable childcare, which presents burdens for many families in Washington. Despite increases in funding, for example through the capital gains tax, this problem seems to persist. As such, what do you think is the best long-term solution to address the cost of childcare?
Appreciate the question. I really feel like we've made significant strides. To your point, the capital gains tax coincided with the Fair Start for Kids Act, and that essentially created an entitlement program where we offered free preschool, so early childhood education to all 3 and 4 year olds, and also extended some working connections childcare programs that made childcare really affordable for working families. So if you're a mom or a parent with 2 kids and you make less than $40,000 a year, you do pay $65 a month for childcare, but that's instead of paying over $2,000 a month, or probably even more than that with 2 kids in childcare. So we've made significant progress, like you said. That Fair Starts for Kids Act, it was supposed to implement fully next year. We're probably going to have to push that out for a few more years, in part because we have a difficult budget situation, but also because we can't get the workforce in to actually be there to be able to take care of more children. So we really need to tackle that problem first to make it more affordable for more families, because we need to develop a better workforce pipeline to get more childcare workers in the field. So I think that's the first problem that we want to overcome, is making sure we have a way to get highly qualified individuals that are willing to come and work in the childcare industry, and then try to meet that promise that we've made to those families, that we would fully fund and have opportunities for the early childhood education programs and working connection childcare for all those families making basically less than $100,000 a year, in the next few years. So working towards that, and I think it's still a huge struggle for us to get there, but I feel like that is really good progress. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry, for that question. I'm certainly glad you asked it, because this is an issue that I have been working on for the 8 years that I've been in session now. Child care is a huge problem for Washington State. It disallows our workforce to be working in its full capacity, because so many of our parents have to stay home and take care of their children. But what's really going to happen this year is that we're going to have a child care reform, regulatory reform. And we are this close to getting it through the Senate to be able to then have the governor sign the House Bill 1648. And that does allow for a study group, a task force of child care providers, and DCYF, that's the Department of Children, Youth, and Family, to come together and look at all the regulations that are a requirement to start a child care program. It's a total of 450 pages, and we need to go through them one by one. The state regulatory problem that we've got has got to be minimized. And this is going to do that. It's going to take us months to go through that whole regulatory system, but we're going to do it. And hopefully we're going to come out with a good product that will help child care providers start new businesses and continue to stay in business. We're also looking at the education piece for child care providers. How much education is required to make a good, safe child care program continue for our children? And that's another question that we're going to be looking at and answering. We do believe that our children need to be safe, and we do believe that our child care providers need some education. But how much is too much so that we can keep them in business? There's the other part, of course, is what are we paying the providers? And how can we make them be able to be making family wage jobs, taking care of our children, and yet make it affordable for our families? So that is a big picture. We're going to be diving into it this year when we're out of session. And so please help me say a few prayers to make House Bill 1648, a viable bill so the governor can sign it.